The misguided philosopher Jake had a way of turning heads, not because of his charm or charisma, but because of the way he wielded quotes from Marcus Aurelius and Seneca like a sword, slicing into conversations. At coffee shops, he'd lean back in his chair, sip his espresso, and casually drop lines like, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He loved the way people's eyes widened. He felt wise, enlightened, untouchable. But behind closed doors, Jake's life was chaos. He scrolled through social media endlessly, comparing himself to everyone, friends with their promotions, strangers with their curated happiness. He'd stew with envy when his ex posted pictures of her glamorous life. His job, a bland corporate grind, barely motivated him to get out of bed in the mornings. And his relationships? Surface level at best. One night, after another hollow day, Jake found himself staring at his bookshelf. His prized collection of Stoic texts sat there, pristine and untouched except for a few marked passages he memorized for show. He grabbed Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, flipping to a page at random. His eyes landed on, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." Be one. Jake chuckled bitterly. "Be one," he muttered under his breath. He thought of how easily he rattled off that quote last week during an argument with his brother about who was more responsible. Yet here he was, at odds with himself. The thought hit him like a punch. He wasn't living Stoicism. He was hiding behind it. The next day, Jake left his quotes at home. At work, when his boss criticized him, he took a deep breath and asked how he could improve, instead of sulking. When a barista messed up his order, he smiled and said, "No worries," instead of making a scene. That evening, he called his brother and apologized. It wasn't grand or dramatic. It was uncomfortable, messy, human. But for the first time, Jake felt a spark of the wisdom he'd always pretended to have. Stoicism wasn't a shield to show off. It was a tool to carry into battle, against his own ego, his fears, and his excuses. And the fight had just begun. If you found that this story rings true and you would like to learn more, hit the like and subscribe button. Also leave a comment and tell me what you think.